fear is false experiences appearing real. Every time you experience fear, except the fear of the Lord, is a sign that something is amiss, something is wrong. Humans are born with two fears. This is what the scientists say. This is scientific. Humans are born with two fears. Babies are born with two fears. The fear of loud noise and the fear of falling. The fear of loud noise and the fear of falling. That's why when you have a little baby, if there's a big loud noise or a big bang, the baby jogs. That's a natural fear. And the baby is always afraid of falling. Every other fear apart from those two fears are acquired fear. They are fear that come from your experience, from what you've read, from what you've seen, from what you know, from what you've heard. They are fear of something that somebody did or that happened to you in the past that created this fear in you. So the Bible says God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power and love and sound mind. So if God has not given you the spirit of fear, the Bible says we have not received the spirit of fear again to fear. If God has not given it to you and you have not received it, where did you get it from? The Bible says be anxious for nothing, but in everything through prayer and supplication and thanksgiving, make your request known unto God. So fear many times is an indication that you need to reset. Something is wrong. Something needs to change. Something needs to be done differently. And many of us, we are too afraid to take a chance on ourselves. Now, if you are afraid to take a chance on yourself, who is going to take a chance on you? The least you can do is to at least take a chance on yourself. Give yourself a chance. What if I fail, Pastor? Well, what if you succeed? A few years ago, they asked Mr. Onda, I've shared this with you many, many times. Mr. Onda, I said a few years, that was many, many years ago, the founder of Onda Motor Company, they said, what is the definition of success? I mean, Honda Corolla, Honda this, Honda that. It's a big, successful company. They asked him, what is the definition of success? How do you define success? He said, it's 99% failure. In other words, in order for you to get to success, it is possible that you have failed many, many times. If you are afraid of failing, you are not qualified for success. Because the fear of failure will stop you from taking a chance on yourself. You know the story about Thomas Edison, right? The guy that invented the bulb. He failed so many times. Some people say he failed 999 times. And somebody told him, you failed 999 times. He said, no, I've only discovered 999 times ways that it will not work. And then on the 1000th attempt, he discovered the light bulb. He succeeded. It took him to try 1,000 times in order to succeed. So what is success? It's 99% failure. A child of God never loses. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Part of growth is for you to learn from what has not worked. And you must be willing to reset, especially when God is pushing you to do so. When God is pushing you to reset, it means God has something better for you. It means God has someone better for you. It means God has some opportunity better for you. But the fear of the unknown is one of the greatest reasons people never press reset. I'm challenging you this morning. In order for you to shine, you must be willing to push that reset button and give God a chance on your life, in your life. And if you keep doing it the same way over and 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 over, and you are getting the same result, maybe it's time for you to push the reset button. If you are going from here to Orlando and you left here 3 days ago and you have not gone to Orlando, you know you need to reset. Orlando is an hour and a half from here. Because if you are going the wrong direction, speed is not an asset. Speed is a liability. What is speed? When you are facing the wrong direction, it only takes you further from your destination. So it's important for you to press reset and make a U-turn and start afresh and trust God and release yourself to be directed by God so that you might be able to fulfill the plan of God for your life. So I'm going to show you a few scriptures. But before then, let me remind you what we shared last week. I told you there are 3 major things you need to do, 3 steps you need to take, or 3 processes you need to go through in order for you to experience reset. And I said, I'm going to throw in the 4th one. So the first one was that to reset, to be willing to push reset, you must have it in your heart. You must be convinced, you must be totally clear that I need a reset. There's no amount of conviction anybody can give you if you have not received the conviction yourself, if you have not seen it for yourself. Reset is impossible. You can take a donkey, a horse, to the water, to the river, but you cannot force him or force that donkey to drink. It has to be in your heart. You have to come to a point whereby you say, enough is enough. I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to take this again. This is not what God has for me. God has something better than this for me. So it has to be in your heart, number 1. Then it has to be in your mouth. But it is important it starts in your heart because what comes out of your mouth is an overflow of what is in your heart. The Bible says from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So your heart controls your mouth. So when you get it in your heart, it's easy to pronounce it from your mouth. So you have to get it in your heart. Enough is enough. I'm tired. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm tired of this weight. I'm tired of this debt. I'm tired of this abuse. I'm tired of this frustration. I'm tired of this disappointment. I'm tired of this poverty. I'm tired of this sickness. I'm tired of this whining. I'm tired of this weakness. You have to get to a point whereby you are tired, where it is clear, where alternative or finding other way to make it work is no longer an option. Heart, in your heart. And then you now begin to speak it in your mouth, with your mouth. Because the Bible says, with your mouth you shall be justified, with your mouth you shall be condemned. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his lips, by the fruit of his mouth. I shared this with you last Sunday. Who wants to live a happy life? Who wants to live good? Let him keep his mouth from evil, from speaking guile. Because your words create your world.